Love me tender, love me true, all my dreams fulfill. Oh, my darling, I love you, and I always will. Hey, Chrome! Chrome, you made it in. Wow. Yeah, I was just gonna say, you not only made it in first, but you made it in here first by a lot. This is this is this is a squash. Usually, whoever when someone comes in, it's immediately followed by whatever number of notifications Susan and company might decide to send out. But you won by a ton. Chrome says, so like every stream I'm in, found this still no Switch. But I like I said, I still haven't been able to go through back there, especially now with getting stuff ready for go to that anime convention this week. I'm trying to do extra videos ahead of time because that's 2 days I'm gonna have away from full days of making videos. I'm gonna get up extra early on those days. I'm gonna get up like 5 and be able to make some videos before I leave. But the rest of the day will be streaming and recording footage for videos. Hey, Z Productions. I've got some other, as well, again, you never know if notifications are going to go out, but I've got some other ideas too for some stuff to do at the con. Okay. Yeah, we'll see. And that's the only place I can think of. It's almost, I keep pointing back here because this attic area goes around behind me. That's the only place I can think of it could be. This house isn't nearly as big as the one we lived in New York, so it's not that hard to go through everything. And my wife has been through a lot of the totes as well, and she didn't see it. No, see, I'm not going to cosplay for this con just simply because I'm going there to live stream and to make videos. And it would just, and I'm going by myself. Now, if I had, if Spaz Kid had already moved down here, or I had my wife to go with me, I might. But there's going to be so much to try and do. It would be tough to be dealing with a costume as well. Oh yeah, I should. Big Green says, anybody else hear a scary hum? Yeah, that's my scary neighbor. No, he's out mowing his lawn. that's accurate. Big Green says it kind of sounds like a PS1 that crashed at the logo screen. As you guys can see, Susan going away did nothing for us for notifications. This is really, really getting frustrating with trying to stream on YouTube. I'm hoping on the weekend when I'm streaming from the con, I'm hoping that it doesn't do this to us. Chrome says you probably just forgot the time Spaz Kid bashed your head with a sink and swiped the switch and a few $1,000s and pretended you just had another brain fart. It's entirely possible. Yeah, I'm sure I've forgotten things that would be even more life-altering and significant than that. Hey, Jason. Wolverine says playing Hogwarts Legacy. My Slytherin character only has to learn the... Yeah, that I'll tell you, Big Green. Well, I said it in the video. I was most impressed with her singing. Gargura, we're talking about. I thought that was a surprise, and that was really, really cool. Well, we're 4 minutes in. I don't remember ever being 4 minutes into a stream with 8 people here, 6 people here. I just, I just don't know anymore. I don't know how you're supposed to do anything on YouTube, how you're supposed to be able to create anything at all. Oh, she has her own original song? Yeah, I was impressed. I liked her, because she has a cute speaking voice. That's a lot of the appeal to her, of course. But I was really impressed with her singing voice. That was really pleasant to listen to. Yeah, everybody says that Wolverine, everybody I've talked to says that Hogwarts Legacy is a blast. Again, I know nothing about Harry Potter, but I'm being told it would be just as much fun even if you don't have any knowledge. Oh, I should let you guys know too, and I'll mention it again later. We've got a few G100s left for the month, and they are all gaming ones. It's for individuals, so what I'm going to do is later today, after this stream, it'll be a little later on, I'm going to put two games together in one stream. The only reason I do that is, well, we see what goes on with lack of notifications anyway. If I do two gaming streams back to back, the second one gets screwed. No, guaranteed no notifications will go out for that one. So I'm going to put them together right in the same stream, and then I'll do the same thing tomorrow. Just so you guys know it's coming, because there's a good chance you won't get notified. All I configured today is, now you'll notice that I uploaded 2 vids to the channel already. And so when I go to live stream, they won't send out more notifications. And I just don't understand that. There's no logic in that. Well, maybe people don't want to get overwhelmed with notifications. You think people are too stupid to know how to go unsubscribe from me? The whole Big Brother thing that, well, Google has in general is just suffocating. They just assume everybody's stupid. The obvious thing would be if people are getting too many notifications from me, they'll unsubscribe. They don't need YouTube as a middleman to help figure it out for them. Hey, Seasick Viking. Chrome says, I think I might hold off on sponsoring a Pokemon episode till the new series is legally available, and maybe ask you to hold a small poll of magical series for an April video. We've done a couple magical series now, and I've been surprised how good they are. Wolverine says there was that one Goose Goose Duck stream, I remember that, where we had to reschedule because we had too few people in the lobby. Yeah, I do remember that. I don't think it was quite that bad at the 4-minute mark, but I will say this: the Goose Goose Duck game doesn't generally, that type of gaming doesn't generally attract as many people, even when notifications go out. Anything I title like this is just chatting, having fun, usually does really well if notifications go out. So you know what I'm saying? It's exacerbated even more that there are this few people, because we know that the gang here likes these streams, and just nobody's getting notified. Yeah, I knew what you meant, Chrome. Magical girl, yeah. Hey, Lex. And no, Horizon doesn't get a lot of stream views either. It's funny, the games really vary a lot. I've noticed that Fractured But Whole does pretty well. Compared to others, really well. GTA 5 does real well. I'm hoping to be able to get back to that. I've got everything, because I'm going to continue on the missions. Well, I say that and then I'll go nuts anyway. And then others don't do as well. And then sometimes what's funny is some of the ones that don't do as well streaming do better once the videos get uploaded. It's odd. Chrome says, so there's no Chris Chan documentary this month? No. By the way, someone bailed Chris out this week, so Chris is once again walking the streets. I heard about that, Chrome. Let me give you all the details. No, I should have had that. I should have had that up. That's what she said. I think that might be today. Let me see. Tim, who sponsors the Christian, just took a break from it. He wants me to try this game called Disc Elysium: The Final Cut. That may be today, as a matter of fact. Yeah, today might be Horizon Zero Dawn, and then Disc Elysium. Let me put this over there. Okay, got it. It's a commie hipster game. I'd never heard of it. Big Green's heard of it too. Lick says that game's sick. No, I'd never heard of it till Tim mentioned. I've got it all, obviously got it all downloaded and everything. So Yeah, so he just took time off the Chris Chan documentary to do that this month. Philip says, just ran the best session of Dungeons and Dragons in my whole career as a dungeon master last night. Cool. My players escaped a killer house and killed an eldritch abomination. Spaz Kid, I told you guys that when he was in college, had gotten really into Dungeons and Dragons, and he used to DM at his school. I don't think he really. Well, of course, I was gonna say I don't know that he does much with it now, but him and his fiance having moved to a new area for her job and everything, they don't really have anybody around. Skara says, hope you watched some Yu Yu Hakusho clips. Oh, Yu Yu Hakusho was amazing. I love that anime. And probably won't be a lot of clip watching because I'm really enjoying making these videos that I made the past couple days. I think what you're saying is Shank's gonna make me cry video, and then this one with great anime finishers, leading off with Ainz and the undead bear hug. Yeah, I'm really, really enjoying that. Whoa! We got a Crimson Sky. Thanks, Ulysses. Appreciate that. We haven't had a Crimson Sky in a long time, you guys. Susan gone. Me still mad. Bald man, take this, make better fun. Me sleeping in cave. What for better time? Well, thanks, Ulysses. I appreciate that. Wolverine period Sky. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, we haven't had a Crimson Sky in ages. I appreciate that a lot, pal. Susan gone, me still mad. That's what. It's funny you say that. What the hell was I talking about? Something to my wife. I mean, it wasn't directed at her. It was something that occurred, something we watched, and it pissed me off. And as you guys know as well as anybody, I go on my little rants. And I discovered, and Elysium, we're still playing Disco Elysium. Ulysses' post made me think how I ended up laughing at myself, because that's how I started like caveman speaking, because I was pissed off, and it's like I couldn't get the words how I wanted. So it's just what you said. So me, mad, bad people, stupid, and not like, oh, dumb. And my wife's just sitting there looking at me. We're eating dinner. She's just like, good. Social Mute says, the Crimson Sky in my eyes. Yeah, it's been a long time. Chrome says, by the way, the notification for the stream just popped up on Discord a minute ago. You know what's interesting about that, Chrome? I'm glad you say that. It seems like, I wonder if that's got to be failing on YouTube's part too. Because it seems like when it takes a while for the notification to go up on Discord, it also has taken a while, if at all, for it to go out in general. That's interesting. Jeff says an XFL player was penalized for squirting water bottle at an official. It is a penalty. It's kind of funny, but it is a penalty. Dude, talking about penalties, did you see that psycho bitch from Memphis University after one of the women's basketball tournament games? In the line to shake hands at the end, she just reached over and punched the girl in the face. What the fuck is wrong? There's just people have become such garbage. I mean, that is a sucker punching somebody in the handshake line after a game. I don't care who it is. That person should be put under a prison. If that's what you need to do, you're not ever going to contribute anything worthwhile to humanity. Big Green says, speaking of your English failing you, I got a kick out of the Gargura experience video intro where you nailed her pretty difficult to pronounce full name only to stumble on the word experience. Yeah, it's always entirely random what word might trip me up at a given time. And it's just like I was trying to say Ulysses, and I said Elysium because seconds prior we'd been talking about Elysium. That stuff happens more. If that becomes the extent of how the post-concussion affects me, I won't cry. I'll take that, but it is annoying. Viking says some people are just sore losers. Yeah, and I get that, but to punch somebody and sucker punch somebody in a handshake line, that's the worst of it. I mean, again, if you're pissed off, if you can't deal with losing, and you want to square up with somebody, that's kind of stupid in and of itself. But at least you're squaring up with somebody. You're just gonna sucker punch someone? That's just bullshit. Just garbage humans. Scara says your try not to laugh videos are awesome. Plus, I laugh easily too, just like you do. Oh, that's why we got started doing them. Was because I knew it's like this is perfect for me because I'm gonna fail miserably. And those are tough. Now, and I'm gonna do another one soon. I keep saying that and keep forgetting. When we do, like we did here, in a stream, tell me a joke, make me laugh, win $10. I'm better at holding the laughs back for a joke than I am for anything that is put together in the context of an anime, a cartoon, a sitcom, whatever, a told story. You know, especially when you know the characters and everything, those are deadly to me. Philip says, I've got nothing against sucker punching. It's a perfectly valid tactic. But someone in a handshake line, I don't know that I would agree with that. It depends on how broad a description you have of sucker punching. Now, if two people are in a beef, in a verbal confrontation, and one just throws a punch, to me, that's not a sucker punch if you're looking at each other, or a soccer punch, or a football punch. But if the only way you can the only way you can approach a fight is to hit somebody in a completely unexpected moment or from behind, you're kind of a bitch. Social Mute says, I prefer the pocket sand in the eye and run maneuver. Chrome says, it sounds petty and disgusting. It was ridiculous. I mean, that'll be the next thing. You know, now in sports, we won't be able to have even that simple act of sportsmanship anymore where teams, you know, have that handshake line because, well, we can, and you always have to look out for the ones who commit the atrocious act. And well, somebody might be having a bad day or didn't get enough hugs, and they might have to hit someone. So let's just not do that. That's the way society tends to look at things now. Ulysses says, no worry, speech not important. How strong club all that count? And like I say, Ulysses, that was, I wish I could remember so I could tell you, it wasn't anything important that I was ranting about. Just know we were sitting in the living room, we were eating dinner. I can't remember what we watched, what we saw. I'm sure it was something superfluous. And I couldn't get the words to come out. And I went full on caveman. Epis, 17 you want, pal. Show the full design shirt you wear. This one's just one of my, I've got a couple of Akatsuki shirts. I've become a major Akatsuki nerd. I think, I wish that package would have come. I have a package coming today with another t-shirt in it. I'm thinking, I want to wear, it better get here on time. I told you guys I bought a replacement shirt for my Nina Alexander Fusion Dance shirt because I wanted to wear that to the con. And I've got another one I was going to wear for the second day that's also Full Metal themed. As a matter of fact, I thought was funny. It's due here today. Let me double check, make sure it's not downstairs. If by any chance it came in, I'll run down and get it. And since we have a quality spaz chair now, I could leave you in capable hands. Let's see. Amazon. Oh, no. 2:15 to 5:15. It's due. Won't be here for a while. The other thing I was thinking of doing, I told you guys the bit about at the con. Maybe not everybody heard this. I'm going to, at the Comic-Con, I'm going to take a handkerchief, put a little fake blood in it, fold it up, put it in my pocket. Then when I encounter or am talking to on the stream or recording video to one of the more bodacious cosplayers, I'm going to have to pull that out because I got a nosebleed. I thought that'll be a funny bit. And I'm also thinking of going up to random people at the con and asking them to watch me do the Kamehameha wave because I've been practicing it. And I'm pretty sure I've got something going on here. So can you watch and see? And when I do the Kamehameha, I think there's a spark there or something. I'm going to try and convince them that they saw a little spark and I'm on my way. So I think that'll be fun. Retro Mint Man says, Curtis, do you have a moment to hear words from our Lord and Savior, Kuwabara? Always from Kuwabara. Oh, Poppy says, I once suplexed the bully and got away with it despite all the witnesses. Probably amazed by my epic move. Suplexes are awesome. And Philip says, that's, yeah, it's supposed to be cringe, Lex. That's, yeah, she says, do it. That's what makes it fun. Philip says, I need a replacement for my Raftalion Naofumi t-shirt. The one I currently have is faded significantly. Yeah, I've got a bunch of my anime shirts are, like you say, faded, or some of them the transfer itself. This one's held up really nice. I've had this one a long time. But the transfer starting to crumble like it is on that Nina Alexander shirt. So, and I love that shirt, and I thought it was perfect for the con. Chrome says, don't know how much interest a magical girl poll would get, but it'll be fun for me to see what people would like. Current series I'm considering are Little Witch Academia, Precure, Hiragaru, Sky Precure, and Tokyo Mew Mew. That one I've heard of. I'm 50-50 on adding Sailor Moon since it has the best chance at eventually winning a proper poll. I think, Chrome, like you say, I don't think it certainly would have as wide an appeal as some other genres, but we seem to have, just based on what we've been doing so far, you know, with Card Captor Sakura and the other magical girl type stuff we've done, there definitely is an audience for it at the Goosh, though. So I don't think it would be bad. Yeah, that's good. Nectar says you can also say that you're learning to become like Jiraiya. You got the pervy part down, but can't get the sage part quite yet. Yeah. That, and of course, too, you know, the most fun for me is, again, just like going back to my stand-up days, it's fun to just talk to people and work off of the things that come up in conversation. So I'm looking forward to it. I hope it goes well. And I'm hoping there'll be some interest in it, because the simple fact is, the expense of it and all, I can't afford to go to a ton of these if the videos and streams just don't do well. I just can't. So hopefully the videos and the live streams will attract some attention. Even if I can do it at just a small loss, I'll do more, because it just seems like it'd be fun. And it'll give us an opportunity, if I go to different places, to actually be doing what we've talked about for so long, which is having mini meetups. Because at other cons that are going to be further away, Winston-Salem's only like an hour and a quarter from me, I'll be staying overnight. I'll do like the Saturday and Sunday, or if I got somebody to go with me Friday and Saturday. But in any event, then what I can do is find a restaurant or something in the local area and say, you know, I will be here at X time. If you can be there, be there. Kyle says, favorite scrap moment in the Ice Age franchise? Oh, it's been so long. I wouldn't remember. It's been so long since I watched those. Nectar says, what type of comedy do you think is the hardest? Prepared bits or on-the-fly stuff? I'm thinking the latter, but I'm no comedian, so I have no idea. All depends on the individual, Nectar. Completely, you can ask 100 comedians that and potentially get a 50-50 split. It all depends on what you like doing. For me, the easiest was working off the crowds, just because I like doing that. And that is why I got into things like doing reaction videos, is because because that's all you're doing when you're doing crowd work is reacting. You know, you're trying to strike up a conversation and then make jokes or comments within that. Philip says, transfer is crumbling. We're talking about t-shirts. Is the absolute worst. I once had a shirt that was a crossover of the Sand People from Star Wars and Sons of Anarchy. Started falling apart after 1 or 2 times in wash. I've had a couple that did that. Pissed me right off. I've had a couple of the shirts that only made it through, like, I wouldn't say 2, but maybe 3 or 4 washings and already no go. Epis says, Curtis, can you make another new video of your anime shirt collection with styling all of them by Wear It All? Include the new one you receive later. Oh, no, I'm not going to. That would, with my days, Epis being as tight as they are for time, for me to go through and make a video of me wearing all the anime shirts I have, I would have to do almost an entire day's worth of videos ahead of time just to have that much time to set aside to put it all together. And the thing is, I haven't bought a lot of shirts recently. So there wouldn't even be that much of an addition. I'm trying to think. I bought a Chainsaw Man shirt. These 2 I bought for the con, but one of them's not even new. It's just a replacement. And then a couple I picked up here or there at the malls. But I haven't shopped from my TeePublic in quite some time. But yeah, pal, I couldn't do that. I just don't have the time to do that, to go through and make a t-shirt or to make a video of every t-shirt I have. A photo shoot. Yeah, Big Green. Yeah, as Big Green says, yeah, it would mostly just be the ones we know you have. Yeah, it wouldn't be anything really striking or new. I try and remember, but I forget a lot of the time. When I get a new one, I try and remember in a video I make on that given day to just show everybody, hey, new t-shirt, but I forget. Oh, big surprise. I forget all the time. Nectar says, I think I can do good jokes reaction style, and it seems to be running in my family. But when someone asks me to tell me a funny joke, I can never come up with one. I just think that my joke's not funny. Joke telling is an art in and of itself, too. When somebody asks you to tell a joke, this is my experiences anyway, you kind of got to make a conscious decision. Are you going to, is the joke corny? If so, you probably want to tell it with kind of a tongue-in-cheek or I'm trying to hurt you type of delivery. If you think the joke is really hysterical, then you're going to try and pump up the proper words and everything to hit as hard as you can with the punchline. You know, joke telling is kind of an art form in and of itself. That's why I do so much cringe humor, is because, as I told you guys, I have always loved bad jokes, bad puns, you know, just dopey stuff like that. And so it definitely lends itself to looking to cringe here and there. Surf says, is it just my connection or YouTube being YouTube as usual? Because the stream on my end seems to buffer every 2 fucking seconds, even if I put it at 240p. I've got a live view here, and mine's fine. How about you guys? Anybody else having trouble with buffering? I've got a live feed here along with my dashboard, but I haven't had any issues on mine yet. Secret Life of Pets, that was good, Kyle. Willie says, I'm good. No, just him, I'm good. I had a little buffer near the start, but it's fine now. Yeah, it's got to be something on your end, pal. It does seem to be going out fine. I'm Mr. Wall says, a man walks in with a slab of asphalt under his arm and tells the bartender, I'll have 1 beer, please, and another for the road. Not bad. Not bad. Yeah, Nectar and Ulysses as well. No buffering. Excuse me. You can always try refreshing the stream too, pal. Regardless of what device you're watching it on, just refresh it. Sometimes that'll get it going. Chrome says, by the way, I don't know how accurate this is, but supposedly the guy who bailed Chris Chan out did it as part of some deal with him as a business partner to make merchandise. Oh, Jesus Christ. The ride never ends. That's well put. Yeah. And I got to thank you guys. I'll tell you what. I think you guys were 100% when I asked for tips the other day about being able to stream longer because my voice kept giving out on me. And consciously slugging a lot more water has made a big difference. So you guys were right. I think I must have been running dehydrated. Kyle says, do you think Cody is going to beat Roman for the Undisputed Heavyweight Championship? That's a tough one to call. If I have to make a prediction, yes, I think they're going to put the title on Cody. I think if he hadn't gotten injured, he probably would have had the belt already. But again, that's, I don't have any insider information or anything. That's just my guess. Surf says, yeah, maybe it's on my end, but I still blame Susan. By all means, absolutely. Social Media says, you asked for tips? Oh dear, I misheard. Don't look at your DMs. Oh, I'm looking at my DMs now. Nectar says, thanks for your input. I just tend to overanalyze jokes. Those tend to be too complicated and not fun, but lame dad jokes seems to work fine. Yeah, it's just something, it's like anything else in comedy or in anything you undertake. Just play around with different deliveries and see what sounds good to you. Play them right into a mirror. Better if you have, everybody's got a camera on their phone now. Play them right to your camera phone. I have found performing comedy is much more difficult to do it just to my camera than it is to do it to a live audience. So for me, it's always like, if I can do something in front of a camera, and when I take watch it back, when I give it an honest appraisal and think it's funny, I tend to think it'll kill when I take it out to people. Press play. Che says, I bought a water bottle specifically because it was so cool it would make me want to hydrate. It works. Well, the gang was right, because I've noticed a big difference since I started, making a conscious effort to really keep down in the water. Philip says, yesterday was a red letter day for me. We put siding on the sheds we've been working on for my heritage carpentry course. Almost got the whole wall done. My dad and I do good work. That's cool. That's cool. That's stuff like that is such a feeling of accomplishment when you complete it. And doing it, with someone close to you makes the experience fun as well. Yeah, speaking is way hard today, Big Green. Again, you never know when I wake up every morning what level the old brain damage is going to be in effect today. What DEFCON level are we at for simple things like getting words to go from here to here? Stormstar says, it's about knowing your audience. The disgust and or horror when you mistake your audience when telling a dark humor joke. Audience is everything. That took me a while to learn. I think it takes all comics a while to learn. You would get, back in the day, I would get so frustrated, and all new comics would, when you would go out and play a joint and kill. And you're like, yeah, and you're riding that high. And the very next night you go to a different club and it's death. You tell the same jokes with the same delivery, the same inflection, everything. And people just sit there and like, would you please die? But it happens all the time. It is just, comedy is so to taste. Che says, Curtis, when are you coming down to Mule Day in my neck of the woods? As I said, I really got my fingers crossed that this will do well. Going to this con, the videos will play well, because I would really like it if I could keep doing these and do some traveling around and get to see more and more of you guys. See, it's such a struggle, and that's largely YouTube's fault. doing anything new at the channel, especially with, and I found this out in researching everything, especially with an established channel like this, YouTube intentionally tries to rein you in. And since try not to laughs and reactions are get the biggest views here, when I make something to do with anime, typically the notifications and everything don't even get out to the anime fans at YouTube. Because as soon as the algorithm sees that, like this video I made today, and I really like this video I made today. I really like the one about Shanks a lot. Really enjoyed those. But as soon as the algorithm sees that not as many people jump on that immediately, they stop recommending it. It's like, nope, you better go back and do another Family Guy. Try not to laugh. You're not making Susan any money this way. Then that's what happens. So that's why I'm concerned. Well, thanks, Ulysses. I appreciate it. Wow, we got Crimson Sky and a Pussy Pink Sky. And this time it says, me here, Big Bird need to go here. Money keep safe. Bald Man. Till next time. Well, thank you, Ulysses. I appreciate it, pal. I appreciate that a lot. We haven't had a Crimson Sky or a Pussy Pink Sky in ages, and we got both. I appreciate it. And as I said, and this whole stream has been evidence of it, with the way, I was going to say my mind is working, but let's be more on point and say with the way my mind is not working today. I appreciate the way you wrote those posts as well, because they're right in sync with the way my mind is right now. Lemon Collie says, why do you like the Evil Queen? That picture was just a lot of fun because, I mean, it's good characters, not one of my favorites. We were at Disney, and you see her giving me that look, and a lot of the Disney characters, you know, the cast members that play the Disney characters will play right along with you. And she was looking at me like that because right before the picture was snapped, I'm trying to remember exactly how I said it. I said something about, I'll take a bite of your apple anytime. And she just gave me that, and it was perfect. So it became one of my favorites. And she was really good. She didn't break character. She almost laughed. She gave me that look, and then you know you could see the corners of her mouth trying not to curl, but it was fun. Yeah, I know, Lude. He says, "Ha, algorithm notifications, good jokes." Yeah, sad but true, pal. Chrome says, "Oh, the algorithm really sucks now, not just for notifications, but searching videos. Little trick for you, search for YouTube videos on Google instead of YouTube and you'll get far better results." I've noticed that too, Chrome. Isn't that weird? I was just noticing that today, as a matter of fact, with some stuff I was looking up. It was for, before I did that video, I wanted to make sure I wasn't, especially with me, forgetting anything about the Clementine Einzel-Golan fight. And when I did the search on Google, I got great videos recommended to me. You're right. And it's a mess because now with wanting to do more and more anime stuff at the YouTube channel as well as the Goosh, it's going to be an uphill battle all the way because every one of those anime videos I make, at least for the foreseeable future, will not get an instant result that the Try Not to Laugh and reaction videos get. And as long as that happens, YouTube goes, nope, we're not promoting them. You get back there and you only make the videos that we can put ads on so we make money. That's how it works. Elsie says, yeah, I hate when your parents say when you ask for a certain food and they say you won't eat it and you've never eaten it. See, I never had too much problem with specific foods because my tastes are so limited. Always has been since I was a kid. I don't know why that is. I'm just so glad I finally found, I had told you guys this, I had finally found some Chinese food that I like. You know, I would eat the sweet and sour chicken, that was it. But now this beef fried rice just makes it nice because you guys know how much Renee loves Chinese food. So it's cool for me to be able to have something like that I like, so we can go there more often. Plus, it's inexpensive as hell. I'm going to have it for dinner today, as a matter of fact. My wife's gone, so there won't be any cooking going on. And I just get a pint of that beef fried rice for dinner. It fills me up. And it's like $7 or $8. You can't beat it. Nectar says, by the way, Russia has invited IT specialists from China to work on banning YouTube and making a replacement like what they got in China. Expected to block YouTube in Russia in Q4 of 2023. It's not a surprise. Yeah, I mean, Russia and China both are trying to put more and more of a stranglehold on what their people see. So, and not surprising at all. Oh, me too, Big Green. He says, yeah, YouTube loves to shove irrelevant videos in my face when I search for something specific. It never used to be this way. I mean, years ago, if I made a video, like back when we were doing Call of Duty videos, and I decided I wanted to try making some, think of the name of it. The chat videos we did. What's the name of the site where you would go on, where I used to go on and just randomly chat with people? It's gone out of my head. But anyway, if I wanted to make some of those videos, they would get the same, they would go out to the people who subscribed. They would send all the notifications out and people could decide if they wanted to see it or not. But that does, Omegle, thank you guys. Omegle just went out of my head. The Omegle videos, it was no problem to be able to do those as well. But now, again, and you can see it because I was trying to figure out how to get the videos out there. I learned all these different things about how the algorithm works, a lot of it just by observation. And when you first post a video and they send out a small sampling of notifications, if it doesn't do well, it's over. It's like, nope, not doing it. So instead of just sending it out to everybody who's signed up for notifications on the channel, they're like, no, you don't want to see this, because the people we already showed it to aren't as interested in that as they would be if it was a try not to laugh, so you guys can't see this. That's how it goes. I do have to remember, though, because of that, I'll try and do it after the stream. I meant to post those, any of the anime videos I do, the commentary videos, over at the Goosh for you guys. Because I keep forgetting that, because my thought process always is, well, pretty much everybody at the Goosh is also at the YouTube channel, so, you don't need to post it over there. But then I forget that a lot of the people at the Goosh might want to see them and aren't getting notified, so I'll put them over there as well. Exactly. Big Green says, you used to get exactly the results you searched for on YouTube. Now it just tries to get you to watch something else. I think everything now is geared entirely to the almighty dollar. YouTube doesn't care what you want to see. They want you to see what they think will make them the most money. Where can they serve the highest paying ads type stuff? Lude says, I love how YouTube can read my search history. I looked up some Mass Effect mods on Google and recommend me pointless clips on the game later, but can't give me a video I searched for. Yeah, that drives me insane too, pal. Get that all the time. You'll just like you said, you'll be randomly searching for something you want to buy, whatever. That gets me too. You'll be searching for information on something you want to buy. You find the information and you buy it. But now you got to get ads for this or related items to that purchase you made for the next month or so, because Google's bound to determine they're going to get some of your money. They're going to serve you ads on something you already bought. Oh, it's a mess. It's garbage. Hey, Che. She says, I was finally referred to as a professional sound engineer in an MSNBC article. Nice. Are you proud, Internet Grandpa? Indeed. Okay, been fun, but gotta go. Love y'all. Well, thanks for popping in, Che. That's cool. That's very cool. See, that's excellent. Audio is one of my failings in doing all this. I've always struggled with doing audio. That's very cool. Social Mute says, my cousin asked me what I was watching and recommended the channel. He was confused and said, is that Bruce Willis live streaming? That's another thing I can do. Not necessarily at cons, but if I start doing videos, out on the street videos, talking to people, that's something else I would like to see. I get so many different comments of who I look like. It'd be fun to do a poll. The ones I get the most often are Thanos, Rick from Pawn Stars, Bruce Willis, I hear. Um, what am I forgetting? Oh, a white Samuel L. Jackson. I get that a lot. I don't see that one. I get it all the time. And what's the other one that I get most? Another actor, and I can't think of his name. Ah, shit, it'll come to me eventually. I haven't seen the Meat Canyon vid yet, Glenn. I heard about it. The whole Sneeko and Charlie thing. I don't see that one. I mean, to me, it's a compliment. I love Samuel L. Jackson. He's one of my all-time favorites. So, English, motherfucker, do you speak it? I consider it a compliment. I just don't see it. Stormstar says people just be throwing compliments at you like that. Yeah. That, like I say, that one's definitely the most complimentary one because I'm a huge Samuel L. Jackson nut. Kurt Angle or Steve Austin? Steve Austin a little just because of the facial hair design and the bald head, but I don't get that one as much. I just can't. Who? There was one more actor. John Malkovich. I get John Malkovich a lot. That was the other one I was trying to think of. I'm Mr. Wall says I consider Samuel Jackson a larger treasure than Morgan Freeman, but that's me. As far as fandom, yeah, me too. I'm a bigger fan of Samuel L. Jackson. I've just liked his roles better, but he's amazing. Philip says the worst part is usually it's ads for something you only need one of. Yes. Or a brand that you're clearly already buying regularly anyways. That drives me nuts, and it happens all the time. You do a little research, and it's like, oh, okay, here's the best one of whatever it is. Toothbrushes. You buy yourself a pack of them. Now you got to get toothbrush ads for the next month. And emails. Any company that is in cahoots with them, you're getting sponsored emails and the whole nine. Mr. Wall says, yeah, I don't know why I get ads for games or products I already own all the time. All the time. Wolfpaw says, I wish you didn't have to pay YouTube to shut off ads. Well, the only thing there, Wolfpaw, is you have to remember, I mean, I'm very fortunate here that the Goosh allows me to do all this because it's the Goosh who supports everything we do because YouTube has become desolate for making any ad revenue on or anything. But that's why I don't mind the ads. If I'm not, my account has the YouTube Premium, so I don't see them on this one. And then the creators I follow on YouTube or I visit on YouTube get a cut of that. But the reason I don't mind the ads is it also supports the majority of the creators. So if I'm watching something on YouTube, I appreciate the fact that somebody made that video for me. So if I sit through an ad, I sit through an ad. Christopher Hitchens is smarter than Andrew Tate says, Chris Chan got released a few days ago. We were just talking about that. This is going to get very interesting. It certainly is, pal. We were just talking about that. Chroma just brought that up. Yeah, it's him out and about again is going to, excuse me. And just, I think we're 5 episodes deep into the documentary, Chris Chan documentary over at the Goosh. Just a frightening existence. Mr. Wall says, I just use ad block. I Patreon support anyone I watch enough or use their links. Yeah, like I say, I'm extremely fortunate with our Patreon, our Goosh community, because they, they're what take care of us. Wolfpaw says, the main reason I hate is if I'm watching someone playing a horror game and it's an intense moment and all of a sudden I get an ad for condoms. Yeah, I know. I agree 100%. And yeah, Rikishi's sweaty taint. That's such a great name. Chris Chan doesn't seem like he should be roaming the streets yet. Right from when, because I learned about Chris Chan through streams, through you guys. And just from what I learned from you guys and the little bit I looked into him before I started watching, or the documentary got sponsored, that's always been my take. He's not somebody that should be without some sort of supervision. It's just, there's no way that it doesn't end badly. It is an amazing username, Big Green. I agree. Kyle says, Al Bundy versus Archie Bunker. Who will win? Oh, in a fight, Al Bundy. Archie Bunker was, a dock worker and everything, and a regular working Joe. Al Bundy was a goddamn high school football hero. It's got to be Bundy. Chrome says, at least Chris Chan is banned from going home, but knowing him, he'll probably break in to get his toys back. He was screaming in prison about not having his toys. Not a joke. Yeah, he's a scary individual to have out there, left to his own devices. Nectar says, did you hear Windows wants to put ads in your computer? Like when you're opening a folder, you have an ad in the bottom of it, and pretty much forcing ads in every part of the system. It doesn't surprise me. It's just, it's gotten entirely out of hand. And it's always the rich get richer too. Because Google, Microsoft, whoever, they don't have enough money yet. Chrome says, so how much spoilery stuff does Google recommend to you then, both merch-wise and trailer-wise? That I'm pretty careful on. Anything that I see with, for instance, until I caught up, One Piece on it, I pay no attention to it. As soon as I see One Piece, it gets deleted, gets clicked next on, whatever the case may be. Same with social media. I had mentioned in that video I made yesterday that I saw that Shanks was trending here a while back on Twitter, and as soon as he did, I was gone. I was out of Twitter for the rest of the day because I get so concerned about seeing a spoiler. Orangutan says, hey Curtis, I used to be in the stream a lot a few years ago. My name then was Massive Legend. It's a tough day today for me to speak. It was quite a bit ago, but glad to be back. I'm glad you're back with us. That's cool. Nectar says, I remember South Park did a whole season about how bad ads have gotten like 7 years ago, and here we are now, and it's about to get worse. Oh, it gets continually worse all the time. Jesus Hentai Christ says, I respect their insatiable lust for money. That they've got. That they've got it in spades. Yeah, me too, Big Green. He says, and they're wondering why I keep denying the update to Windows 11. Yeah, I'm still on 10 myself. Same. Big Green says, I still remember when I got spoiled the final boss of Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. Aw, shit. A day before I would get the game. Thanks, YouTube. That sucks. That really sucks. Right, Glenn, I agree. Talking about Chris Chan, he says he may be out of prison, but that doesn't mean he should be out in public. Nope, I completely agree. Completely agree. All right, guys, I'm going to have to pack it up because now in a little while, I'm not sure exactly when, I will be back up here streaming again. It'll be a game doubleheader because we have G100 sponsorships and all the ones we have left for the month are gaming. So I think today it will be Horizon Zero Dawn and Disc Elysium, the Final Cut. And as I mentioned earlier, I'm going to put them both together in the same stream because especially with as much as I've uploaded today, if I don't keep them together, whatever one I do second is going to get screwed because there's going to be no notifications. Guaranteed. Might get some on the first one, but we'll get none on the second back to back. So I'm going to put them right together in the same stream. So if you got time, check back. You may have to check in to see if I'm streaming because I don't have any I have no confidence that you'll get a notification. But this was a really, really fun stream. Thank you guys for this. I like these streams like this where it's just hang out and have fun together. The conversations are always so good. I will try and do another one of the joke stream soon. I got to get another podcast stream up, and I have to get another clip stream because the last clip stream, we still had clips coming in as we're ending. So I want to do another one of those because obviously there was people had more they wanted to show us. So thank you again. Thanks for hanging out with me, you guys. And once more, if you decide you want to come in and watch the games later, by all means, go ahead and do so. But I wouldn't count on YouTube too much to notify you. And if you're part of the Goosh, I will start posting those anime videos I make for the channel over at the Goosh as well. Thanks, guys. I'll see you all very soon.